Salam alaikum. Help me fill in the gaps to complete my story. Please tell me one or two vices that best describe Yazid, Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad, Umar ibn Said, Shimr, the family of Abu Sufyan.
Yazid is a tyrant, he is reckless. Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad is unethical and hateful. Umar ibn Sa'd, incoherent, he doesn't know his priorities properly. Shimr is cold-hearted to the weak and also fearful of the warriors such as Imam Hussein alayhi salam. The family of Abu Sufyan is deceitful and insincere. That's how I would describe them.
Okay, now if we want to let others know them for their most famous evil deed, what would it be that we ascribe to each of them? For example, as we say Yazid is reckless, can we give an example of it? Or Ibn Ziyad is hateful? What is the act that made us think of him this way? And similar quests for others.
There are many examples that can be thought of, like when Yazid committed crimes one after the other for 4 years, like killing Imam Hussein alayhi salam, then burning the Kaaba, then not keeping in mind the sanctity of the Holy Prophet's city when attacking it all 1 year after the other, and other reckless acts that he did. Or Ibn Ziyad when he would turn to a blind side and do what he's asked for, even if it's killing the Imam, and that's also because he was hateful towards the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. Umar ibn Sa'd, when he was offered to be the governor in return of killing the Imam, he was very indecisive and he didn't know what to do, so he didn't keep his priorities that the killing of the Imam is haram, yet he still went with it. Shimr, for example, he was always resentful towards Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam, but despite that, on the battlefield of Karbala, he was scared of Imam Hussein and Abu Fadl Abbas, and he didn't face them. The family of Abu Sufyan, they always were two-faced, even when they were in the caliphate. When they first came into Islam, it's because they were scared and didn't really want to.
Amazing, thank you, sister. And now, how to call all of them combined in a one word? I wonder how many of them believe that there is God and just were reckless, as you mentioned, or didn't follow their knowledge. And how many were atheists?
While they were supposedly all Muslim, for instance, Shimr and Umar ibn Sa'd would read the Quran daily, and I believe they had it memorized. So I think it's out of either hatred or to gain more wealth or other reasons, and correct me if I'm wrong.
That means they accepted God, but in fact they worshipped the idols. Not the idols that were made of wood or soap, but mental, spiritual idols. Their own self, others, and only God knows whom they did obey.
I feel like they embraced the religion but didn't have the good idea of what it actually is. They got themselves misled and didn't have their priorities right. They got blinded by hatred and jealousy. It's as if they were Muslim by name, if I'm making sense.
Yes, sister, exactly. They got themselves misled, which in broader sense means they knew what is right and what is wrong, and they chose to be with wrong. They did not bridle their nafs, that crazy horse, and allowed it rule them. And such horrible was their end. They were lethargic in the affairs of Akhirah. God forbid I seek refuge in God from this trait, which I struggle every day and pray that it doesn't overcome me. And they were so active in worldly affairs. Look, I read a beautiful hadith from Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam today.
Yes, exactly. Some were driven in worldly matters.
It said the scourge of worship is lethargy. Lethargy of worship On one hand, could mean not feeling for prayer, fasting, and for other forms of ibadah, and on the other hand, it could mean not upbringing the nafs, training it up to proper state. What is the English word for himma?
I'm not quite sure, but it sounds like courage to me or mettle.
It sounds effort to me, and maybe conscious effort. Effort that has willpower, yet I'm not sure. There's a passage in the introduction section of the book Sayfei Mahdiya by Sayyid Murtaza Mujtahid that caught my attention. It's mentioning the dua of Imam Sajjad alayhi salam, the fourth Imam of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam, which is as follows: As'aluka min al-himamil a'laha. Lord, grant me the highest of himmats. By this dua, the Imam teaches that we human beings should be asking out Lord of high himma. Explaining the himma, the passage notes, with high himma one can cause deep and fundamental changes in his life. And as it's understood from the passage, the high himma are those efforts that are done for society. What comes to the mind first is that we who struggle in our lives, go many hardships, but don't get results, no matter how we try, should be directing our effort to the benefit in the society. And this is not to be huge projects and things that we might be not capable of doing, but just small things that we feel we are able to contribute. Some could contribute with their knowledge, others with their material assistance. Any small piece of work that we strive with it to benefit others in our societies. Journalists, for example, would do their reporting. Scholars would have intention of serving people. Moms and teachers growing through human beings in kids, and so on and so forth. One feels low daily, suffers mental health issues, has problem with family, school, uni, sustenance, any other problem. Are you someone who have lost any hope of recovery from an illness? Then you should try this way. And this all should be viewed as from the mercy of God on us.